Alright people, we are back, and after quite some time we're back on the Beamer. So after multiple buyings of vehicles and motors and talking to transmission shops, we didn't have any luck. Basically any transmission shop just rejected the 5 HP-24 trans. Too hard basket or something. So eventually got lucky and we managed to find an engine with a trans from a 735i. Real nice bloke, Liam. He actually held on to the motor for 2 weeks. Got COVID, couldn't go and get it, so he was top bloke for doing that. So the motor's no good, but he said the trans was working fine when he was driving it, so that fills me with about that much confidence that it'll work, but we don't have much choice. So pushed it back in. There's a remnants of stuff to go back in it, but yeah, gonna whack trans back in this and hopefully we got happy days, and then we'll be driving again. We'll take for a drive and do a service and whatnot, but we'll bring you along for it. Thought I'd just bring you in for a second here and just this car's been sitting outside for probably 2 or 3 months in the summer, so I mean it hasn't been, you know, wouldn't have thought you get this many spiders, but they've really, you know, really taken over control here. Like, that's horrendous, and I am certainly not keen on spiders. It's looking like a lot of redback type webs, that's for damn sure. Oh mate, here's, you know, don't know if you can see that, he's cleaning up, but yeah, I might spray under here first. Yeah, I think I might spray under here first, because last thing I want to do is get bitten. But that's how it is, eh? What I'm about to do is probably slightly unconventional. Would not recommend. I am going to ventilate the area immediately after, but would not recommend. Let me know what you reckon. That is not the way you should ever use a bug bomb, but because I just want to nuke them out, I just hosed it under there and then got the hell out. I'll just let it air out for a while. Should be right, mate. I'll show you the carnage when they're all done. Alright, it's probably been about an hour. I thought I'd just leave it for a while, but I don't know if you can see that. That is exactly why I did it. Big old redback, and they don't take much to be provoked, so we don't mess around, you know, it's just not a good idea. So there's probably, I reckon, in all honesty, a couple hundred spiders on the ground. You can't really see it. But there's literally, yeah, there's spiders hanging from webs everywhere. You probably can't see that though. But numerous redbacks. Right. So that's why I did it, because you just don't mess around, and kind of surprised that many have taken over it in that time when it was sitting out on dirt car park. So, oh well, I'll clean up as best as I can. Hopefully they're all deceased, but let's go. Let me bring you in here right quick. So I cleaned up as many spiders as I could see, just to make it a little more friendly. Always put just a scotch of grease in there. You don't want to hydraulic lock it, but the next time someone wants to pull out this trans, which more than likely won't be that far away, it just makes it 100 times easier. You don't get rust build up. It'll just slide in and out on the torque converter. Main reason I brought you in here was there's one dowel to locate the trans, which is fine. But there's the other dowel. Now you can see, I'm not actually sure how someone's done that, but they obviously just sort of pulled it in with the bolts, and it must have been hitched up. So I'm gonna have to pull that out and just clean it up, put it back in. Maybe reverse it, put the bad side on the inside. But it doesn't hurt to put just a smear of grease on that as well. It just makes life easier, you know? It's not gonna affect the way anything operates. Just a smear of grease goes a long way. Alright, I've got a small tech tip. So this one here is the damaged dowel, and I had to basically severely damage it getting it out. But that second-hand motor had good dowels in it. So I got the dowel, and you can see that I damaged it just on the edge there. So it basically was like, kind of like that little bit on the right hand side. You can easily fix a damaged dowel. You just need a punch. Just get your punch and put it in like so, the damaged end facing towards the larger taper, and just gently massage it on the vise like so, and just bring it back to a round shape. You don't want to oval it out, like you oversize it. You just need to bring it back to a reasonable shape so the bolt doesn't catch. Happy days. BMW take 20 at least. Do the right thing. Pull the crank angle sensor out so that you don't smash it off putting it in. Well, bolt snapped. Must have some corrosion in there. So I'm gonna have to drill it out. I'm thinking I might do a small, like 3mm hole in the back here so I can put some CRC in there, let it soak. More than likely it's corroded, just being European, I just presume it's corrosion. So that puts a dampener on everything really. Alright, let's see how we go. Alright, another tech tip, learn from my mistakes. So BMW took it upon themselves to not put a brake in any section of the exhaust from the cap back. I'm telling you now, that thing is a heavy piece of junk. I don't know if that's more cats, probably. Some sort of muffler resonator and then more muffler resonator. It's just ridiculous. I did manage to get this out myself with this stand, but I did bend the studs. So I've bent them back, cleaned all the threads up, that's all good. And we're looking pretty good under here. So yeah, and I just blew it off. Good idea because it's been, I had it out the back and it just had cobwebs and leaves. And I've seen a rag like ignite up near the front section of the exhaust. Literally within a minute it was on fire. So just want to get rid of any of that burnable stuff. So yeah, watch me struggle. So all day, every day, this is a two-man job. But you got to get shit done. So this is where we're at. Extremely awkward. It's like the most unergonomic shape I possibly have. Doesn't want to sit flat. It's going to do anything I want to do. Let's move a bit. Shut it down. Bring it down. Come on. We calculate this, people. Right. Normally I have seen building these heading to work today. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's a well balanced system. So what's that? That's all. Work with me. Come on. See the wheels. It turns beautiful. Yeah? Ooh. It's like, yeah, it's like a pretty body on the side. Things gonna match that. And then it does this thing where it squirts oil out from the seal when it gets to the top. Look. That actually might be right. So when I did this previously, I just use the bed stand. I didn't use the upstand. Struggle time. Really feels like it's teetering on the edge of. Oh damn, that's the sort of feeling. Enough to ruin your day. That's the sort of feeling I get. Don't worry, I'm a professional. Coming up 20 years in the industry. It's all good. Still got all 10 fingers and half my fingerprints. Oh yeah. I can jam you, I can jam you. Bring it up. You never want to do it. Bit of lubrication juice on the mount, a little bit on the stick, a little bit on the stick, a little bit on the mount. Not doing any harm by doing that, it will dry up. It will dry up quicker than you. Probably, I mean, if you've got an electric, it's got for a long time. There's had a bunch of decent sources and thought it wouldn't be one piece exhaust. I don't drink tap at all, except in the verse of the work. Imagine, 3.5 pretty random. That's it. Have a twist the exhaust and push it on. My hand up there, right back to it last night. Oh boy, there's one right there. Right, literally on my lay on my house. I think he's dead. I still don't want to touch it. You know, if you know, you know. If you're from Australia, you definitely know. If you're from southern parts of Australia, we get a lot. From West Australia, we get a lot as well. They are not a friendly spider. By the way, fear this is too quiet about my speaking, let us know, we're looking into mics, so in the near future. Oh. I'm sure there's better ways to do all this stuff. I mean, I've worked on numerous BMWs, Porsche. Yeah, a lot of European stuff, a lot of Peugeots. I'm sure there's a better way to do this stuff. Someone's probably screaming at the camera saying, what the hell are you doing? But legally, man, and I've got full time in the world at the moment, so as it comes. Look, that's the basics, it's up. You saw me struggle somewhat. Here we are. So I'll chuck you on time lapse and we'll finish it off, eh?